Welcome to episode 434 of AI Brief. I am Amin.
And I am Leah.
We have an incredibly packed deep dive for you today. We are covering a massive shift in how intellectual property is handled because the United States Supreme Court is, they're completely ducking a landmark artificial intelligence copyright question.
Leaving a massive gray area for creators, we are also going to unpack Anthropic's aggressive new strategy to siphon your chat memories directly into their ecosystem.
And look at Alibaba releasing a tiny model that completely outclasses systems 13 times its size.
After that, we will take a steady, detailed walk through the rest of the technology sector's daily news.
And we will finish up with the top trending tools you can use right now to drastically boost your productivity. Let us jump straight into the Supreme Court decision. The highest court in the United States just passed on hearing the biggest case to date regarding whether generated artwork can be copyrighted.
By doing this, they are letting lower court rulings stand. Those rulings maintain that only humans can be considered authors.
Kicking this can down the road leaves the business world in a really precarious position. To understand the gravity here, you have to look at the timeline.
This specific case dates back to 2018. It centers on Stephen Thaler, who is a computer scientist who built a system he named DebutOS.
He sought copyright protection for artwork generated entirely by his machine.
The Copyright Office flatly denied the application, ruling that human authorship is an absolute requirement.
Then a judge in 2023 called human involvement a bedrock requirement of copyright law.
And the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals agreed with that assessment. The Department of Justice under the Trump administration also backed the Copyright Office on this matter. They argued that the law was fundamentally written for human creators, not machines.
The timeline alone is wild. 2018 feels like ancient history in the current technology cycle. This individual was trying to establish legal boundaries for generated art years before the massive mainstream boom we're experiencing today.
It shows just how long this legal tension has been building under the surface. What is particularly crucial for you to understand as a listener is the nuance in the appeals court's decision. They left a very specific breadcrumb.
The court noted that Thaler could have simply claimed authorship himself, rather than explicitly listing the machine as the sole creator.
By pointing that out, the court essentially left the door cracked open for machine-assisted works, provided a human claims the ultimate authorship.
That is a massive distinction. It is the difference between hiring a ghostwriter and using a highly advanced typewriter.
That distinction is why the lack of a Supreme Court ruling feels so significant. Think about the sheer volume of content pouring into every single creative sector right now.
Studios, marketing agencies, and independent creators have serious money riding on the answer to who actually owns the final product.
If you are a massive film studio using these tools to generate storyboards or background assets, you need absolute clarity on your intellectual property portfolio.
This humans-only standard will inevitably face more aggressive challenges from corporate entities with massive legal budgets who simply cannot operate in a legal gray area.
That tension over who owns what we create leads perfectly into how we manage the data we generate every day. Anthropic just launched a fascinating new tool designed to capture a massive share of the market.
And it relies entirely on your personal data history. They released a feature that lets you port your saved preferences and context from other providers like ChatGPT, Gemini, or Copilot directly into Claude.
The mechanics of this migration tool are incredibly streamlined. You do not need to be a developer to make this work. You simply copy a specific prompt provided by Anthropic into your current chatbot of choice.
You then take the output the chatbot generates and paste it directly into Claude's memory. Within 24 hours, the switch is complete.
The tool successfully pulls all your saved instructions, personal details, ongoing project context, and behavioral preferences in one single upload.
It is essentially downloading the brain of your current assistant
and uploading it to a new one. Anthropic is pairing this migration tool with another major update. They officially opened Claude's memory feature to free users for the very first time.
This allows anyone on the platform to build persistent context across all their conversations.
Additionally, Claude Code received a new auto-memory upgrade. It can now independently save project context debugging patterns and workflow habits across different sessions without needing manual prompting.
Bringing this back to the bigger business picture, memory upgrades are essential for getting maximum utility out of any platform. You want your assistant to remember how you format your emails or what programming language you prefer.
The timing of this release is a brilliant business maneuver. There is currently a significant wave of consumer support for Anthropic following their recent friction with the Pentagon over contract decisions.
Providing all those newly acquired users with a frictionless way to bring their existing contacts over to Claude is a masterful retention strategy.
It is the ultimate moat. Companies are realizing that having the smartest model is no longer enough to keep users. The real competitive advantage is having the stickiest data ecosystem.
By making it this easy to transfer your digital baggage over to their side, they are turning a temporary viral moment of consumer support into permanent user lock-in.
Once your new assistant knows your entire workflow, the friction required to leave becomes too high.
Making everyday tasks seamless and reducing friction transitions perfectly into our next topic. Alibaba has just released a family of 4 new open-source models called Qwen 3.5 Small.
These are designed specifically to run natively on everyday devices like your laptop or your smartphone.
The most powerful model in this new series just outscored an OpenAI model that is more than 13 times larger on complex reasoning and knowledge benchmarks.
The technical specifications reveal a major leap in engineering. The Qwen 3.5 Small series ranges from a 0.8 billion parameter model optimized for mobile phones up to a 9 billion parameter model built for laptops.
Think of parameters as the synapses in a digital brain. Having a model with 9 billion synapses beat a system like OpenAI's GPT-OSS 120B, which has 120 billion synapses, is a stunning achievement.
It outscored the larger system on graduate-level reasoning and multilingual knowledge tests. Furthermore, all 4 of these models are entirely free for commercial use under an open-source license.
They also handle text images and video natively. The 4 billion parameter model is matching visual task scores that previously required systems 20 times larger to accomplish.
Elon Musk publicly complimented the release, pointing out that these models possess an impressive intelligence density.
That phrase perfectly encapsulates the achievement. It is like fitting the engine of a Formula One race car into the frame of a bicycle.
This matters immensely for your daily workflow. These tiny models are not going to replace massive frontier systems for solving the universe's biggest problems. However, they are the absolute key to everyday adoption.
Imagine having the power of a massive server farm running entirely in airplane mode on your phone.
For powering features inside your mobile apps, reading secure documents entirely offline without uploading them to a third party, or handling quick visual tasks without incurring a massive cloud computing bill, small models are essential.
Alibaba just made that foundational layer significantly stronger. Now let us transition into the broader news landscape and take a steady, measured look at the rest of the day's updates.
We will begin with major hardware announcements. Apple officially kicked off a significant week of product launches by revealing 2 new devices built specifically to run Apple Intelligence natively.
The newly announced iPhone 17e and a refreshed iPad Air both start at a price point of $599.
The iPhone 17 is equipped with the new A19 chip and features a base storage of 256 gigabytes. This doubles the capacity of the previous generation.
It includes advanced features such as visual search, call screening, hold assist, and live translation directly out of the box.
The iPad Air received a substantial hardware upgrade as well, jumping to the highly capable M4 chip. Crucially, it now includes 12 gigabytes of unified memory.
This represents a 50% increase from the previous M3 model. Unified memory is the essential workspace the device uses to process complex tasks.
Giving the machine 12 gigabytes provides local machine learning workloads significantly more headroom to operate smoothly without lagging or crashing.
Both of these new Apple devices will be available for pre-order on March 4th, with official shipping beginning on March 11th.
Shifting to the software sector, entrepreneur Dan Ushman launched a remarkable new intelligence tool called SitDeck.
It is a completely free platform designed to help you monitor global situations by compiling over 180 live data feeds into a single, cohesive interface.
The scope of data this tool pulls together is staggering. These feeds track ongoing conflicts, earthquakes, commercial flights, nuclear threats, cyber attacks, national elections, global shipping lanes, and financial markets.
It organizes all this data into a highly customizable dashboard featuring more than 55 drag-and-drop widgets and over 70 interactive map layers.
Ushman originally developed this platform purely as a personal side project to keep track of world events. When he decided to release it publicly, the response was immediate and massive.
The official launch post accumulated over 2 million views, generating 7,000 user signups in under 24 hours.
It highlights a massive consumer appetite for tools that can synthesize global data efficiently. The platform remains entirely free and is available for use today.
In the startup ecosystem, the Forge AI Prize has been announced as a major new pitch competition. It will take place during NFL Draft Week in Pittsburgh on April 22nd.
Founders will compete live for a total prize pool of $1,275,000.
This prize package is broken down into two components. Winners receive $1 million in Amazon Web Services compute credits, which is vital for training new models.
Alongside a $275,000 capital investment from MagRack Venture Partners.
The competition is specifically geared towards startups building specialized tools and robotics for the sports industry. It will be judged by prominent business leaders Mark Cuban and Ed Stack.
Looking at global infrastructure, Amazon Web Services recently lost connectivity at a data center located in the United Arab Emirates.
This physical disruption occurred after unidentified objects struck the facility amidst the ongoing conflict between the United States and Iran.
This incident caused major service outages for Anthropic's Claude platform, which relies on those servers.
It serves as a stark reminder of the physical vulnerabilities inherent in cloud-based systems, reinforcing the earlier point about why local offline models like Alibaba's are becoming increasingly vital for uninterrupted business operations.
Regarding government contracts, OpenAI research scientist Aidan McLaughlin made a public statement concerning his company's agreement with the Pentagon. He stated clearly, "I personally do not think this deal was worth it."
Concurrently, several major government entities have fundamentally altered their vendor relationships. The United States Treasury, the Federal Housing Agency, and the State Department became the first federal offices to officially move off of the Anthropic platform.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent provided a direct statement regarding this transition. He stated that no private company will ever dictate the terms of our national security.
This marks a significant development in the business landscape, illustrating how federal agencies are navigating the procurement and control of advanced technological systems.
Finally, in the consumer health sector, MyFitnessPal officially acquired Cal AI. This is a calorie counting application powered by machine learning created by two 19-year-old founders.
The application achieved massive market penetration in an incredibly short amount of time, hitting 15 million total downloads.
And generating $30 million in annual recurring revenue in less than 2 years of operation.
It is a phenomenal example of how small teams can leverage these new tools to build highly lucrative, scalable products. Let us bring our energy back up and focus on the immediate, practical applications you can use today.
We have a list of the most powerful trending tools you can integrate into your workflow right now. First on the list is Notre.
Notre is designed to seamlessly turn your daily rough working notes into polished, publish-ready content.
If you find yourself constantly writing fragmented ideas during meetings, Notre takes those messy bullet points and structures them into coherent internal memos or public blog posts without requiring hours of heavy editing.
It is a massive time saver for anyone who needs to communicate ideas clearly but lacks the time to draft from scratch.
Next is Goji Berry. This platform leverages advanced data analysis to help you find and contact high-intent business leads.
Instead of relying on the outdated method of cold emailing massive unqualified lists, Goji Berry analyzes behavioral signals across the web.
It identifies prospects who are actively looking for the solutions you provide.
It completely streamlines the outbound sales process by ensuring you are only spending time communicating with people who actually have a high intent to purchase.
Google has also released a fascinating tool called Stitch. It bridges the gap between design and engineering by turning simple napkin sketches into production-ready user interface code in a matter of seconds.
You can literally draw boxes, drop-down menus, and buttons on a physical piece of paper, take a picture of it, and Stitch will output clean code that your engineering team can immediately drop into your product.
It completely removes the traditional bottleneck between initial design ideation and functional prototyping.
Tines is another powerful tool, trending heavily right now. It is focused on building agents and automations that integrate across your entire digital workspace.
You can use Tines to connect your security alerts, your customer service tickets, and your internal communication channels.
It allows automated agents to resolve routine issues across different platforms without human intervention. If a common customer complaint comes in, Tines can automatically route it, generate a response, and close the ticket while you focus on deeper work.
We also want to highlight Qwen 3.5 Small once more. As we detailed earlier, these are Alibaba's highly efficient, tiny open-source models that rival the capabilities of systems 13 times their size.
If you're a developer looking to build intelligent features directly into a mobile application without relying on expensive cloud infrastructure, this is the toolset you need.
Or if you need to process sensitive documents entirely offline, you should be downloading and testing this today.
On the creative side, there is Nano Banana 2. Despite the incredibly strange naming convention, this is Google's brand new top-ranked image generation model.
It is currently producing some of the highest fidelity visual outputs on the market.
If you are a graphic designer or part of a marketing team that needs to generate rapid, highly realistic visual assets for campaigns, this tool is currently outperforming many of its established competitors.
Finally, Anthropic's Claude is trending heavily due to the new memory features we explored.
If you are a power user, juggling different platforms, utilizing their migration tool to consolidate your project context and behavioral preferences into Claude is the most effective way to upgrade your daily assisted experience.
Getting all your context into one place drastically reduces the time you spend prompting and correcting outputs.
To leave you with something to consider as you go about your week, think about the long-term implications of porting your digital memory across different corporate ecosystems.
When you copy and paste your behavioral preferences, your writing style, and your ongoing project context from one platform to another, you are essentially establishing a decentralized digital identity.
As these platforms continue to compete aggressively for your loyalty, the boundaries of where your personal context ends and the corporate system begins are going to blur completely.
Consider what happens to your digital autonomy when your localized memories, your unique ways of working and thinking become easily transferable corporate assets.
Who truly owns that context once it is uploaded? That is a profound angle to consider. If you found today's deep dive valuable, please follow the show on your preferred platform and share it with a colleague who needs to stay informed on the business of technology.
We appreciate you taking the time to listen.
See you in the next episode.